concept. Like, can you explain me what is method overriding and what all things we need to take care of when we are overriding a method?
Yeah, sure. So when overriding is basically a runtime polymorphism. So basically, uh, two two classes having the same method and one class which is the child class extending that particular class. So having the same method, having the same signature. Now the things need to be remembered, like the syntax should be the signature should be the same, but now recently in the Java they have made changes, like you can have return type, uh, you can have a different return types in the overridden method, so that you can apply, but it is not mandatory. You can have the same return type as well. Parameters should be the same, otherwise it is not being overridden method. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, can you tell me what is the output going to be?
in this one.
Yep.
Okay, okay, these are the same graph. Okay, okay.
You can
Like,
see my screen, right?
yeah, I'm able to zoom. Hidden x, extend base, hidden x, hidden x, and x is where. 10. Space. If it is not found, then I need to go to 10.
Then okay. What happens when we use this new keyword to create an object here? New derived is what we are creating here, right?
Yeah.
What is the life cycle of object initialization in JVM? How the objects are initialized?
So basically, when we are using a new keyword, so all the object memory space is being occupied in the heap area,
Hmm.
and how it is being initialized means it uses the internal constructor. Uh,
Internal constructor.
yeah,
What is that internal constructor?
uh, non parameterized constructor. Like if you have not defined it, then it uses the non parameterized constructor to construct
Do
out
we
the
have a
object.
constructor?
Sorry,
Do we have a constructor, Akash? Do we have a constructor here?
no.
We don't have constructor here.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Like this one, yeah. So okay, increment 10.
How the objects are initialized? I mean, what is the constructor chaining and all? Do you know that?
Constructor chaining
Yeah.
means it went till the object class. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, that's called constructor chaining, right?
Yeah.
So what is going to happen here? Are you seeing that phenomena happening here when you use a new keyword to create a derived class object?
Just give me a moment. In the main class, we have the derived. Okay, and we have the increment method is called. This is a space where we have x equal to x is 10 here. Okay, uh, 20 is there. Okay, so x plus 20. Okay, so 2. 30. 30 every calls up roughly 30 every your X. 30 then it is an increment when it is in uh, it's creating a new class. The third class will have this one. Okay, so our 10 is there, it becomes 30. 30 is there, but we are returning the X of this class. Like in the drive class we are using the increment X and we are overriding it. Okay, we have given the different definition. Now X initially is 10. uh, when we extend any class, so all the properties comes here. Okay.
It's fine, Akash. Give a wild guess now. I mean, otherwise we'll be stuck at this question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, it's a constructor chaining. And we have a default constructor here, right?
yeah,
Derived being a default constructor, it's a no parameter constructor, right?
yeah.
So for these constructors, JVM implicitly insert super call, right?
For
The
the
call goes to base class, right?
yeah,
Base class constructor. And again, we are having a call to the increment text method over there. So actually here, I mean, just for your knowledge, two times increment text method is getting called, and it is always derived class method.
yeah,
So answer
because
is gonna be
yeah, yeah. Sorry. Yeah,
okay.
Mahesh.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, no need to overthink.
Yeah,
Let's continue. So, what are the different collections you have used so far, Akash? Can you just explain me? Yeah.
yeah, sure. So I have used hashmap as well. I have used the array list. Somewhere I have used the linked list also.
Hmm. So, hashmap. What is the scenario where you have used hashmap?
Actually, there are some scenarios. For example, uh, actually, we have created complex of it means we have created a hash map on the list of it, and then we have this value. So in the account opening process, suppose we are having a list of customers, uh, submitting the documents. So there we actually there we wanted to map out those customers with their document. Also for that case, actually we are also using the array list for the searching and all those things. So for the mapping and all those things, we have used inside the in the hash map we are using the list, and then we created references of the document by document id. So with there we creating the id means integer list, and then an integer, and inside the list we have another actually we can say employee id, you can say. So we get created
Okay.
the list of employee id, then there's a document id, then we have club those together and try to map it out. So we also have a single account opening, and then we have a joint account opening. So for that matters actually we have used this.
So, what is a good candidate for a hashmap key?
Sorry.
What is a good candidate for a hashmap key?
A good candidate. Uh,
Yeah. Can we define anything as a key in hashmap?
uh, yeah, as long as it is a wrapper class, and then reference of a class, so you can use either of those.
So tell me, like, I have an employee class and I have overridden this hash code method and I'm returning a constant hash code. Okay.
Okay.
I have not overridden equals method.
And
Okay.
you are not
This,
returning. You are not overriding.
I'm, yeah, I'm not overriding equals method. I have just overridden this hash code method and I am returning a constant hash code. Are you having tough time hearing me?
Yeah, a bit of sound is not coming to me. Actually, my sound volume is only high.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a bit better. A bit better. Yeah.
Okay, so what I was saying that I have an employee class and I have
Okay.
not overridden this equals method. I have just overridden this hash code method and I am returning a constant hash code. You know what is the return type of a hash code method, right?
Yeah, int.
Int. So I'm just returning one always.
Always. And you are not
Okay,
overridden the equals method.
equals method at all. Yeah. So tell me, like I mean, I am I'm making a database call and I'm retrieving a lot of employees' data. Okay, and I'm creating a object out of it, that data whatever I have retrieved from database, and I'm putting it into this hash map where this employee class has been defined as a key. Okay,
Okay.
and the value is nothing but a string. Okay, I'm just storing employee object reference as a key,
Okay.
and value is nothing but the employee name.
Okay.
So tell me, like what would be the state of the hash map here? I'm putting hundreds of employees from the database. I'm putting into this hash map, and this, the object belongs to employee class where hash code is overridden and returning a constant hash code.
Okay.
But yeah, there's no implementation of equals method. I'm relying on what is coming from the object class.
Uh, as far as I know, there should be a contract between hash code and a equals method.
But
And
it's not mandatory, right? If I
yeah,
implement one, I'm not forced to implement equals, right?
yeah. But okay, you are returning every time one. Okay, okay, okay.
What would be the state of a hash map? Would it contain the first element which I'm inserting into a hash map? Would it contain the last element, or would it contain all?
Uh, it actually like initially when you're defining any hash map, so by default size of 16 is there. So you have a bucket of from 0 to 15. That is one thing. Second thing is like whenever there's a collision, so it internally uses a linked list in between. But in Java 8 on Java from Java 8 onwards, they are implemented tree instead of the linked list for that collision to if it is all collision is happening. Uh, okay. So it all depends, the allotment of the bucket is all depend upon what exactly, because it internally uses the hash method, as well as it internally uses the AND operator. Once it convert into the it converts the binary, it converts the value to the binary one, and whatever the value you have presented and as a uh, whatever the value is coming from the hash code, that is one thing, and the whatever the value is coming from the key value pair, it actually club them together, and it actually make it into the binary format, and using the AND operator, so try to find out the key. But if okay.
Can you open the link that I have? I mean,
Okay.
I have shared actually
Okay. I did not see any.
in the
Can
chat. In the chat.
Yeah, in the chat I opened. Can you send it again? Yeah, and I got it. Yeah.
Okay, did you get my question? What I asked actually, because your answer was nowhere closer actually. What I wanted to know.
You say like you have a hash code,
Mm-hmm.
and you did not have overridden the equals method, right?
Yep.
So your question is like, will it work? Something like that, right?
Yes. Right. See, what I want to know is
Uh,
what would be the state of the hash map? Can you tell me? I mean, I told you, right? I mean, I am pulling out a lot of employees from the database, and I'm instantiating this employee class object, and now I'm putting it into a hash map. What would it contain? Say I got everything from the database, and there are thousands employee result set. I'm
yeah.
iterating over a result set of thousand employees, and I'm instantiating a employee class object for each and every record, and I'm putting that into a hash map.
So you wanted to ask like what is the state? So there will be a collision.
Hmm. Collision
Yeah,
would be there, huh?
yeah.
So what would it contain? Would it contain the first element which I am inserting into a hash map? Would it contain all the elements as in all the employees data, or would it contain the last employee data only? What do you think?
Means it actually. I'm not getting a question. So basically, you are saying like you are inserting the thousand element inside the hash map. So how many will get inserted? Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, what would be see? What is the state of the hash map going to look like? I mean, whether it would be able to hold all the employee records coming from the database, or would it just contain the first one that I'm inserting or the last one that I'm inserting? There can be only three options here: first one, last one, or all. You understood or not? I mean, I can
Yeah,
explain you like
yeah,
in a
yeah,
few
yeah.
points.
And understood. It will contains all the element.
It will contain all the elements.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Can you write a simple program here to iterate over a hash map and print out all the keys and values?
Yeah. Okay. So for this one, right, employees and all those things.
Yeah, I can see. I can see. You can you type in. I can see whatever you're
No,
typing.
no. I'm saying like, should I use the employee class or I can take anyone?
Anything that you have in mind, just print out all the keys and values.
Okay, okay. Mm, so we do it.
Call me after 30 minutes. I'm in the middle of an interview.
Let's see.
Are you using 1.8 standards, Akash?
No, no. Currently, we are using Java 7.
Okay, you're using Java 7. Okay. But are you upgrading yourself? Because
Yeah, yeah. Actually,
1.8 is
in my
a
previous project, I have used Java 8 for 3 months.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, right? I mean, Java 1.8 is becoming a de facto standard in the
yeah,
industry,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Entry set is the only way to iterate over a hash map.
Uh,
Do you know what are the collection views which are available within the hash map, which can
Collection.
help us in iteration? Yeah, hash map has a lot of collection views. Entry set is just one collection view. Do you know any other collection view which can be used for iterating?
Mm, any other?
I mean,
No.
key set is also one thing, right? We have
Yeah, key set
entry
is
set. We
one.
have,
Yeah, key set is one thing, but acha.
hmm. You like entry set, you have key set as well, right? And
Yeah,
I don't know why you are trying to create a map out of it. It is an entry set object,
yeah, it is a
which is
set one.
type set, which is of type set. And then you can iterate over the entry set and entry
Then we can
dot
find out the value. Yeah,
entry dot values is what you can get. Okay. So are you aware of lambda expressions?
yeah.
So I have a list of integers, Akash. Okay. I
Okay,
want to filter it out and I want to create a new list out of it which just contains odd numbers. Can you write a simple lambda expression for me to filter out and create a new array list which just contains odd numbers? I have a list of integers with all the types of numbers that you can think of. Okay.
okay. Uh, so I can take it into the stream, right?
Yep.
And then I will filter it out, something like that.
Is for each operation.
Yeah, it's a terminal one.
No, it's for each intermediate operation.
No, it's a terminal
Okay.
one.
I want you to create a new list out of it.
New list. Okay.
Uh, hmm.
Uh, new list. Okay.
Mm. Yeah, there's nothing called as list. It's two lists actually. That's fine. Yeah. So one small code snippet I want from you. I want you to, you have a list of, sorry, you have an integers array, okay?
Okay.
And I want you to write a utility method
Okay.
which accepts this integer array as an input
Okay.
and gives you a second highest integer.
Second highest integer. Okay.
Yeah. So your method should accept integers array and should return the second highest integer.
Okay.
Do it in the same single iteration.
Mm, okay. Second. You want, so the same thing is coming, like the integer list is coming here, right? Same thing is there.
It's an integer array. Okay.
Okay, integer array. Okay. Okay. Uh,
Mm,
int,
okay.
int filter. Okay. You want the second largest. Okay. Okay.
Not through streams or anything. You can use a simple for loop as well. Do you think it can be achieved through filter?
No, I don't think that's what you actually said the same thing like in the first.
I did not. Yeah, I mean, I did not. I said you have an integers array, not list.
Okay, okay. Uh,
Your method should accept integers array as an input, should return a int, and which is corresponding to the second highest integer in the array.
um,
We always do coding for the highest integer, huh?
okay, okay, I will do.
No, I understand. I mean, that's why, Akash, my intent is to just keep it very simple.
Okay,
I just want to, see your thought process. I mean, it covers everything for me, space-time complexity as well.
okay, okay, sure. Okay, no issues.
Yes, makes you thinking and laugh at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. Second largest, right?
Yeah. The logic for the highest, na, that has
Yeah,
to
I
be
know. Yeah.
slightly, yeah.
Okay, for the second largest. Okay, it is not the shorted one. Okay, with the time complexity also. Then I cannot use the second one. Use the second one. Uh,
Do we need a two for loops?
yeah, first of thing I like shorting it out, then say the last second index.
Hmm.
Uh,
Tell me,
but
tell me
this
how do
is
you
yeah,
tell me how you would find the highest one. Let's talk about how are you going to find the highest one in the single with a single loop. Maybe I will inject a thought there, and then you might come on track.
uh,
There is no
so
for
yeah.
loop.
So basically, how I get it like I started from here. Okay, then I say I compares both these two, and I define one like single parameters like I defined here. Then I say okay, now this is the highest. Then
No, you are think
yeah,
you're thinking in terms of a bubble sort.
yeah.
Is there a need for sorting? That's what I'm saying. That think about space-time complexity. You are adding a additional overhead.
Okay, okay.
Can be done in a one loop itself. Okay, that's
I'm
what I
just
can
just
tell you.
just I'm checking.
Let's first write a logic for finding the highest one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The one loop, right? I need to do in a one loop. Okay.
Yeah. Find the maximum one in this. First write a logic for finding the max.
From the one loop, right? For only or by using only
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. first at like 0 so then I 2 or 3 so 1 और like 5 1 के बाद सेकंड होगा तो वो आ जाएगा 2 आ जाएगा फिर 3 आ जाएगा 5 आ जाएगा 8 आ जाएगा लेकिन 8 के बाद हाँ
You're very, you have a very complicated thought process, Akash.
ओके
Have you worked with web services, Akash?
यस
Have you exposed it or consumed it?
we do both like we expose also we consume also.
Okay. And when exposing it, how have you exposed it? I mean, what kind of library you have used to exposing it?
Library as in we created all those our HTTP by using the Jersey and but we also created one using the soap. Uh,
Hmm.
how we are exposing it?
Oh, you have worked on both SOAP and REST.
Yeah,
Okay.
how we are.
So
Yeah,
tell me, like, I mean, how do you secure the web services? Talk about anyone, SOAP or REST, anyone. If I want to secure my web services, what are the things that I need to do?
uh, like you can use the oath and as well as the best way one of the best ways to use the http instead of the http by using stronger stronger algorithm of for the ssl certificate as well as by giving out more key size for the algorithm as
Uh,
well. Yeah.
Do you know how SSL works?
uh, Not exactly. But I know certain things like you need an algorithm as well as you need the key size uh,
Hmm.
for the you know to to encrypt out all the messages which is coming from the for the from the client and
No worries.
yeah,
No worries. There is some, lot of steps which happens between SSL, like
configuration, yeah.
handshake. Okay. Fine. So, can you tell me what is the difference between put, post, and patch?
Sure. So put is used when we wanted to update the resource. Patch is used when we wanted to update any segment of the update request, update resource. And post is basically used to create out a new resource. Also, put and patch is idempotent but post is not idempotent so basically means if you repeat any particular resource
Put and,
request then it
post are idempotent.
yeah post is not idempotent these
Okay.
post put and patch is idempotent post is not idempotent.
Why? I mean, put and patch is also idempotent. Na? They change the state of the server, right?
No, idempotent as mean if you repeat a particular resource so it
Hmm.
is not going to it is not going to affect out the resource in a way but if a post is being repeated so it uh, create a new resource whenever a repetition is happening.
Okay. And what about the soap services? What do you know about the soap services?
Subservices is basically it is a protocol not an architectural design like the rest is. So it contains a visual file as well as it takes only the XML format to work on. We cannot work it on the JSON format as well as digital file it contains, so it contains a digital file where you can see, how many methods you are having, what is the return type of it, and what is being returned by the function in each function. So you
Have
get
you
a whole skeleton of particular web services, a particular
have
web
you
service.
have you modified XML? I mean, SOAP, SOAP is based on XML, right?
Yeah.
So have you created XML using Java libraries, JDK libraries? Like, have you parsed XML, created or manipulated XML?
You are saying like by using the JaxB?
No, not using JaxB, any other library to natively parse, not using the JaxB. JaxB is majorly annotation driven is what you are saying, right? Marshalling, unmarshalling. No, I'm
Yeah.
not talking about that. I'm talking about the native way to parse it. Maybe using some DOM parsers. Have you heard of this library?
Yeah, DOM
DOM
Parser,
parser.
yes, yes. Not worked on it, but like it is. Uh, Also, I've seen some project where it is being used in conjunction with the JavaScript as well. So you get an XML, then you try to define out, so DOM is basically nothing but it defines out what is the structure of an XML would be. So it has a root node, and then you have a leaf, and then the leaf. So
Okay, okay.
yeah,
Do you know what is the namespace in XML?
sorry,
Namespace.
name
Namespace in
is
XML.
uh, yeah, it is basically uh, defines out the rules and the set within which the XML should have the standard of all.
That
So
is XSD, right? That is
uh,
XSD. XSD is the rules, right?
yeah,
What is
yeah.
namespace in XML?
What is the namespace?
Hmm.
Uh, I have seen somewhere. Don't recall exactly. It
No worries, no worries. JSON for JSON reading, writing, what is the library that you have used?
JSON. Uh, Actually, we have not used JSON XML. We have only used. But for
Okay.
JSON, the library I have seen in some of the project.
Have you heard of a library called Jackson?
Jack Jackson.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Okay. So,
But
being a
yeah.
consumer of the services, what would you provide me? Like, if you plan to expose your services, how can a consumer consume your services? What do they need to know?
They need to know, they need to know uh, the context. Context as in means they need to know having which HTTP means whether we are using the HTTP HTTPS,
Hmm.
then which IP we are using, which port we are using. So we need to provide a documentation like this. These are the get requests which you can use. Which these are the post requests which you can use. Uh, Other than that, like if you are exposing the SOAP API, so you need to give out the visual context. So it basically is something like you having a context like you have in the REST APIs, and then you can you have a question mark, then you can say visitor. So you have to define out for each and every SOAP services that this is the visitor file. You can take it, and whatever the function we are using that you need to call, this is the return type that you are expecting it out to be. But in case of REST, you have to give the whole documentation. Like these are the get, post, put, request. Apart from the context that you have already given out,
Okay.
and also it should have an agreement, whatever whatever the is the format you wanted, the same format need to be provided. It's not like that you want the client has wanted the XML and you are providing the JSON format. So there should be an agreement beforehand once you start developing those web services.
Fine, Akash. I think I haven't done any questions from your side.
Uh, yeah, Himanshu, if I may know, what are the technologies being used? Uh,
Yeah, so see, we are working on an integration product actually. It's a integration cloud product, and
okay,
we mainly build, we mainly rely on the core Java skills of the person
okay,
majorly,
okay,
and we use some kind of a proprietary framework. Okay, we don't do that kind of a low-level coding where we are, building some front end using HTML, CSS, JSS, JS or something. It is a core Java framework that we use, and that creates a UI component for us. We are writing everything in core Java,
oh,
and the other thing is like we do have a we need somebody who has a deep knowledge on the web services standards. Okay,
okay.
because again, I mean, we are not using any Spring or Hibernate as a
Yeah, got
backend
your
or
point.
something,
Got your point.
nothing like that. It's a framework. We build a component which goes and sits into a main product.
Okay,
So it's a very pluggable architecture that application has. So we build an independent component. It goes and sits, and gets hooked to the main platform. And people can use that platform. People can use that product for integrating to a different cloud applications like Salesforce.com,
hmm.
Ariba, I mean ServiceNow. Have you heard of these applications? These are popular
Yeah,
cloud applications in their domain, and people want to integrate with those applications. They want to, maybe they want their CRM system to talk to the ERP system. Okay.
okay. ERP system, yeah, I know.
Yeah. So it's like CRM, right? It's a customer relationship management,
Yeah,
and people may want to integrate that application with a backend like ERP. I'm just talking about a hypothetical application integration scenarios
got your point.
where
Got
this
your point.
middleware comes into the picture and actually solves the integration related requirements for the business processes. So you can easily integrate. So what we do is like we provide a connector for CRM, we provide a connector for ERP.
Oh,
People configure this on the integration platform, and they are good to go with their integration. They'll do the basic mappings or whatever business mapping they want to do between these two applications payload, and they're good to go, and their integration goes live. So this is what we do, and we work for one of the biggest software giants. Okay, so we are kind of a co-development partner with them,
oh, okay.
working on their product, enhancing their product, and building connectivity options for the end customers. So I don't know if you have heard of platforms like MuleSoft,
MuleSoft,
Delboomi.
yeah, I heard.
Yeah, so this is a similar product in the same name, same space. But this is kind of a we are building the connectors. It is used by the different community of the users. Like they are called integration of SOA developers, but it is actually built behind the scene in a language like Java only. And it is something that we do here. Or yeah, I mean, let me just tell you, we do it for Oracle.
Oh, okay, great.
That's what we do. Yeah, I mean, it is mainly a core Java area. So that's why, I mean, you might have seen that, I'm not digging much into the Spring and Hibernate or the database side,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Because definitely, I mean, what we need is somebody who's good in core Java. I know, I mean, the other things people can pick up so easily. But the other areas is like, we have a Gen 3 track also. I mean, currently we are working on the Gen 2 application, which is kind of a monolithic in nature. Now
okay.
that application has been decomposed into multiple microservices.
That's
So
good.
we are also parallelly doing that kind of a development as well, but it is not a true microservices development. There is a some base component which is already provided by the customer, and we are working on the connector services which are
Got it.
specific to the application that we are trying to connect to. So it's a kind of a very hybrid architecture that we use here. Yep.
Great, great, great.
Okay.
Sounds good. Yeah. Thank you.
Anything else, Akash?
No, no, thank you. Thanks a lot for giving me the brief introduction about it.
Yep. I love to talk about it. I can go endless about it. But yeah, I mean, you have to stop somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Sure.
Thanks. Thanks
Thanks.
so much. Bye.